Everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where our friend John is out of the picture. There he is. All right. I guess we're just going to have to be too close for comfort today.
That's okay.
It is air conditioned in here.
Yes, it is. We're all good. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. And we do have, okay, so I heard Matt's dilemma on the radio about the guys from the, or how did he word it? The old car club guys. The old car club guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we didn't know what the emphasis, which old was emphasizing.
He was probably looking at me.
I didn't say a word. Matt said it, not me.
I know.
I will say our handsome friends from the Appalachian Old Car Club.
Thank you.
Oh, us?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're the car club people, Marty.
Yeah, but
You
she
are.
said handsome.
Well, that fits us too.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says so on your shirt, so your shirt wouldn't lie, would it?
No.
Well, very good. No, of course, our good friend John and Marty are here, and we're going to talk about something. Is this weekend already?
This weekend,
Good
Yes.
grief.
this summer is flying by.
Right.
You are not kidding. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's probably because none of us have gotten to go outside more than about 3 minutes all summer
I think
long.
that's it, because the days that we can are few and far between, and
then you have
we
to mow.
really enjoy them. Yeah. We were just talking, we mowed yesterday, put the tractors away, walked over to the house, and it let go. Couldn't hardly see across the street.
These rain.
Yeah, I was down on Route
showers.
52 down in Ironton, and I mean, I had to put the four ways on and drive slow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was pouring.
It gets
Yeah.
it gets scary, honestly. That storm Sunday. My husband was like, "You are nuts." He was in the bedroom, and I was, and all that wind started, and I'm just standing in front of our patio door, like mesmerized by it, watching all of the trees go sideways. And he's like, "Get out from in front of the glass, please." And then I said, "Oh no, our patio umbrella is still out." And he said, "Well, tough. You're not going out there to get it."
Right.
And I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just like, it was so, I don't know. It's like cool, but not all at the same time.
Right.
People always love to watch weather.
I do like to sit on our front porch during storms if it's not,
Watch lightning.
too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch the lightning show.
The ironic thing was, one day we were sitting out on our front porch, and I looked over to the right. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, and I said, "I'm pretty sure a tornado just went down through our yard."
Oh, no.
And he was like, "Nuh-uh." And I'm like, "I saw it. It was going like this through our side yard, like not very far from where we were sitting." And I got in here the next morning, and Pete said, "Oh, by the way, there was a tornado that went that was clocked at the airport, which is basically where we live." And I was like, "I told you." I was sitting on my front porch with a tornado going
Well, that
by.
one, a few years ago, came right between here and Tractor Supply,
Yes.
and it hit the apartment buildings
Yes,
behind us. So
absolutely.
Came
It's
right
just
through
wild.
town. Yeah.
Who would ever think in a million years? So anyway, I'll tell you what, here's the thing. We have had some crazy, crazy, crazy weather, but the weather is going to be amazing for the Wheels of Steel car show this Saturday, it looks like. You guys couldn't have drawn a better day.
Well,
That's the forecast.
So far.
We've put Matt on the hot seat and told him he better come through with good weather.
I mean, he did do the weather this morning, so it's all his
Yes.
fault if he lied.
That's right.
But no, it is looking absolutely
He drew it
perfect.
out in ink. He didn't use a pencil so he could erase it and change it. So he drew it in ink.
Well, very good. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys are here from, and I overheard the discussion of, is it Appalachia or Appalachia? I don't know.
You can
I
say
think
whichever,
either
but
way.
don't put an N on it. It's Appalachia Old
Yeah.
Car Club.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys say?
Appalachia.
AOCC.
No, that's cop out. You can't do that. Cheater.
That's usually where I'm at.
No, I would say Appalachia too, I think.
And yeah, last year was our 50th year, and
Can you believe it?
yeah, it was pretty amazing. I haven't belonged that long, but nor Johnny, but
You sure?
yes, I'm pretty sure. But things came together. We had a wonderful show at the park last year.
Yes.
We had a couple other events, and then we capped it off up to the mansion at the fairgrounds.
Oh, the Hazlitt Mansion. Yes.
Yes. Hmm. And we had lunch there and had it catered, and some of the older members came and brought their cars even. So we had a
Super cool.
nice wrap up to our 50th year last year, and so we're hoping to take that momentum and take it forward
Absolutely.
and do a better job this year and have more fun this year.
Isn't that the whole point at the end of the day, right? To
Yeah,
have fun,
have
enjoy
fun
your
looking
cars.
at the cars and talking to the people, and
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of times they'll open up and say, you know, I've done this and this and this to the car, you know, an engine or a transmission or body work or whatever, and to just take you through all the steps that they did to get their car ready for a show.
I had a 73 Dodge semi truck, and I had people sitting in the seat of it crying because it was like their grandfathers or their dads or whatever. And
That is
those,
amazing.
yes, it's those are far and few between. But when you find one and show it, people really react to it, and that's a lot of it. The whole thing about car clubs and car shows is bringing back memories. You know,
Well, that's kind of all we have
you know,
after,
Steve
like-
had that car, Bob had that
Yeah.
car, Kathy had that Toyota Celica, you know, just whoever. And you tie things to people through their cars. And so that's what this is about. Come out and see the old cars, rekindle some old memories. Maybe it'll kindle something in you to say, you know what, I'm going to get one of these and fix it up, and maybe I'll show it. We'll cruise around Jackson and eat ice cream. So
Hey, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, does it?
it might melt.
Yeah,
Pretty
right.
quick
Maybe we'll
this
wait
time
till
of
the
year.
fall. I
Yeah.
don't know to do that, but no. So let's talk about. So your club has been around for 50 years, but this is the 28th annual Wheels of Steel Car Show, which means it's also the 28th annual Pig Iron Day, right?
Right.
Well,
Or is there has there been more?
No, I believe it's the 28th.
it's
Yes.
been in conjunction the whole time.
I feel like I
Okay.
remember
The,
the first annual Pig Iron Day, but
Oh, it says 32nd Pig
Oh,
Iron Day.
maybe-
so
okay.
we didn't join for 4 years, it looks like.
okay.
So
32nd annual
Yeah,
Pig Iron Day. Okay.
I thought there was a number on there.
I'd like to give a little shout out to the firefighters. They've worked very hard to build this show over the years.
Yes.
They have a lot of sponsors also. They actually start Friday night cooking the meat there at the park in big roasters. Kind of, you ought to go by and just kind of see everything that they go through and what they do, and they really put a lot of time and effort into this. So I'd like to, as a former firefighter, I'd like to shout out thank you to them for doing their part in this whole thing, because we work together very well, and I think the public comes out and really wants to participate in both events.
Yes. It's such a good pairing.
Yes, it is.
You know,
It
it's
is.
just such a good collaboration.
Right.
And the historical societies there with the little ingots of
The little pig iron
yeah,
bars.
the little pig iron
Yes.
bars, and then they auction off the bigger plates, which has been an annual tradition there too.
Right.
Super
right.
cool.
And generally, one of them goes to the Lillian Jones Museum.
That's right, so that there can be a whole collection
Right.
on display,
Yes.
which is
Yes.
super cool.
Yes. I'd like to also just shout out to our former Fire Chief, Dave Channel. He really
Oh,
has
my.
worked hard over
Yes.
the years, promoting this show, working the show, and putting a lot of time in. I know the fellas, Kyle and all the guys, Steve and a lot of them, are doing a lot of things this year also and putting a lot of effort into it. So, I just wanted to take a moment and shout out to them and wish them well. And I think we're going to have a good time because the weather, as Matt told us, is supposed to be good.
Matt McKee does not tell a lie
Yes.
when it comes to weather.
Okay.
The other thing I'd like to kind of just touch on just quickly, we got 6 classes. So when you come up to register, take one of our flyers and look it over and figure out the class that, thank you for putting that up, and figure out the class that you want to be in, A, B, C, V, SI, and SR. And depending on which class you're in, as you can see there on the screen, as to how many trophies we award in those classes. And that is always fun to, I generally try to hand out the trophies and shake their hand and thanking them for coming to the show and participating. It's always just wonderful to see the people kind of light up when they hear their name called out that they won a trophy. And it's just another part of the show that's exciting to see these people get awarded a trophy and get recognized.
They've got a lot of money and a lot of time put into
blood,
these.
sweat, and tears and dollars. Right. Yes, absolutely.
Right.
So just to give them a little appreciation from us and the judges and everything, to give them that back to them, and that makes it seem a little more worthwhile to them. So I know several of our the people that come to our car show and show, they've come year after year after year. They may have different cars or they may have more than one, and they bring them and show them and really enjoy people looking at them and talking about them.
Sure.
And there's a little bit of everything. There's usually, I don't know that we've had a Model T in the years that I've been coming, but there's usually a Model A, and then it runs up to the newer Corvettes and the Dodge Challengers and things like that. But everything in between. Class V is for our veterans, and we give away 12 trophies there. And Tim and Susan Wilson from Oak Hill, they're sponsoring a 36, 37-inch trophy for that class, for the top car in that class. So they're sponsoring that. And then talked to Shane Porter, and he agreed to sponsor the Ford, Chrysler. Of course, the dealerships are here in town.
Sure.
And then the Porter Chevy and GM store is in Pomeroy. He sponsors those large trophies. The Atomic Credit Union sponsors the car club favorite, and
so you guys get together.
We
and
get to walk through.
Oh, that's fun.
And put our heads together and vote and award that another large trophy to that. But Atomic Credit Union backs that one, and then Bob and Tammy Smith from here in town, they own a little motorcycle shop down in Beaver, Ohio. And in the old Hammerstein building. It's called Dreammaker Motorsports. And
I was trying to think of Hammerstein. I'm so glad you said that. I was driving through Beaver the other day, which I haven't in 100,000 years. And used to be a client of mine when
Oh,
she
I'm
had
sure.
the furniture store, and I was like, what was that called? And I could not think of it. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Sure. But they're sponsoring 3 of the smaller trophies, and those go to the special interest group, and that can be motorcycles, kind of a rat rod thing, and maybe a semi if someone wants to bring one of those.
Okay.
We had one 2 years ago.
Something
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
like
yeah,
kind of
we-
different that doesn't
Oh
fit
yeah,
into
we
a...
had a semi that was lime green, I think you would
Yes.
call it, and he left the doors open, and the interior was impressive as the outside, and the outside people were just standing around it.
Was it
gazing.
like relatively new, or was it an older?
I would say
Couple years old.
I was going to say maybe the late 90s, early 2000s
Okay.
model. It wasn't a real old one, but it had chrome on top of chrome and little doodads all over it, and he had
awesome.
really put a lot of work into it, and it really was an impressive thing. And we even take tractors. If you've got a show tractor out
Ooh,
there.
I never thought about
Yeah.
that.
I know they have shows for tractors around the area, and if you want to bring a tractor, you'll
Good
fall into
idea.
the special interest group and just let people peruse your little antique there.
You know, and here's the thing: if you're not sure what class to sign up for, that's where you guys come in,
That's
right?
exactly right.
And
We'll
because
assist.
I would think that a lot of the vehicles would fit into several different categories, so, but you have to choose
Yes.
one, right?
Right.
That's
Is that right?
Only one.
Exactly.
Only one, and so you guys can help.
Well, they can
And
only
girls.
pick one, but yeah, sometimes they overlap, such as the veterans class. They might have a car that fits in the class A, but they
Which
have
would you
to
rather
pick.
be in? Yeah.
Yeah, which one do you want to put your car in? But you can only pick one. But there's 6 different ones and 80 total trophies to give away on for those classes. So.
And you guys had was it last year that there was like that enormous turnout? What
Year before.
was it? You guys have had some seriously big turnouts.
Yes. Yes.
And they come from all over. They
And I
come,
would think this weekend,
I think
finally,
so.
weather in the 80s and no
Yes.
rain.
Well, I had a call from a guy in West Virginia yesterday, and so
They're planning on coming?
He said this is his 4th or 5th year coming up, so we're
Wow.
reaching out. Last year we had one from over by Cincinnati. We had one up by I can't think of the name of the town, but up by Sunbury, up above Columbus. That's another thing we need to send out thanks to Don Thomas.
Yes.
He's been a member for years, and he helps us so much. He takes the flyers that we have, and he goes to all these different car shows as they're going on.
Oh,
and
cool, yeah.
They just kind of
Yes.
toss them in the passenger window, and then that way the participants of that car show learns about our car show.
Right.
And then they talk to other people, and that's why we have the draw.
Big
from-
old snowball effect
yes,
there, yeah.
exactly. And Don Thomas helps us out so much. We have these printed right here in the building, and then we give him a stack of them about that big, and he takes those all around the region. I'll say he goes to Chillicothe and
Point Pleasant all around.
Yeah, he goes to far reaches, and then the people that come to those shows find out about us. So
He'll
it's-
pass out around 1,000 to 1,200 flyers
Yeah, and
in about 2 months.
You go, Don.
yeah, you go, Don.
Yeah. He's a large help to
Yes,
us.
he is. And he loves doing it. He loves talking to the people. He loves seeing the other cars. And so it's a wonderful match there that
Yes.
they
Sure.
can put together. And it helps bring people from far away into Jackson. They find out about us and the businesses and things that we have here in town with the bypass. A lot of people drive past
just
us
around,
and don't even know our restaurants and other businesses that we have here in town are here. But that's another wonderful thing about this show is drawing people in from all over, bringing them downtown,
showing off our town,
and showing off our town.
Yeah.
So
We need to give the tourism people a big thank you for the donation they give this year. They've been donating for the last probably 5 or 6 years, something like that. This is through the hotel tax in Jackson here. And they do sponsor a lot of things here in this area, and we want to give a thanks to them. One thing I'm going to mention here, we do a 50-50, split the pot. And the car club actually gives a drawing for a $100 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the
Car club.
Well, yes, it's from the car club, but it's for the people that register a vehicle.
Right.
Okay.
They are all put into a little bowl, and we pull someone out, and they get $100 on top of everything else that they might win or get awarded. So.
Nice.
Marty, you want to maybe mention things on your list?
Well, we could. Well, one thing, talking about people donating and helping us out a lot, Roger Hayburn with Southern Ohio Monument, he has always been a very big sponsor of our show and helps us quite a bit, and just loves doing this and even gives us tips and how-tos about certain things and who to talk to in certain cases. But we've gotten donations for door prizes, which helps draw Ohio Valley Bank, O'Reilly's here in town, AutoZone and Advance Auto Parts have given. Angle's Garage gave one of their printed T-shirts, and they have an oil change. Michael's Ice Cream,
Awesome.
Always a hot spot.
Oh, yeah.
And Mika gave 4 gift cards this year. So if
Amazing.
they don't use it the day of the show, which we usually finish around 3 or 4 o'clock, that gives you plenty of time to go up to Michael's.
That's right.
And hit that. But if not, it's a draw, and you can come back to Jackson and use that at a later date.
Yep.
Truck and Auto Tire, just down over the hill here at 93, across from the West Banco building. They gave us a front end alignment, and that's a pretty big award. And
Yeah.
anyone driving a vehicle, especially with potholes and stuff that happen, that's a
not
needed
kidding.
thing. Bob Evans, Iron City, Plumbing and the Napa store combined helped us out. Ralph Crabtree out to JMR Machine Shop out on 93 just below 32. He helped us. Osborne Equipment gave us a little fire extinguisher that you can put in your vehicle, and every vehicle that is shown and that wants to be judged has to have a fire extinguisher in it. And
I know a guy who could get you a fire extinguisher.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Free
John-
plug for John and his fire extinguisher business.
And then AutoZone of Wellston. Let's see, Elizabeth's Flowers. She does a fresh arrangement for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
And something a lot more women are showing cars than they used to.
Sure.
And let's see, Kristen at Ellie Mills is making us up a basket. Just a reminder. And then up to Wellston, we have Brennan's Family Pizzeria and buffet. And then the Happening Bistro. They gave us a gift card this year, too. So those are just some of the door prizes that we have and some of the sponsors that helps make our car show what it is.
Sure.
We've got sponsors. Tim Wilson and Susan are working on gathering some from the Oak Hill area, and we'll probably need to get those together with ours in the next few days. And but the club actually started in Wellston in someone's garage.
Really?
And moved around the county, and then, they're just a bunch of guys sitting around talking, and they said, well, let's put on a car show. So then, but then it moved to the Oak Hill area a little bit, and then it's centralized here in Jackson, and that's where we have our meetings at Trinity Chapel on the second Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock, if anyone wants to come.
Okay.
But it's a county-wide show and county-wide participation from our vendors and sponsors that we have. So we're really happy to have the help from everyone that we have, and there's more to come. So just come out to the show and find out who's helping us along here.
And I think that's amazing. And this is held at our Manpower Park here in Jackson, and there have been so many improvements over the past few years to Manpower Park that I'm sure have benefited you all and the car show, from cleaning out the creeks to those beautiful sidewalks that kind of go around the park, give people a little bit more access, and then that nice bridge that's there by the Walgreens thing. Because that was a problem before to get the cars down up in there.
And there's a couple of food trucks that come. I think popcorn and Hawaiian ice, maybe. I think it comes.
Plus the firefighter food.
Oh yeah.
Which is amazing.
Beans and cornbread. Brats and pulled pork. So
they do it all.
Yeah, they do it all.
And it's so good. And are there anything better than beans over like the fire? Why? I don't know why that's so good. It's just it's a mental thing, I think. But
like I mentioned, they start Friday night.
They do.
Cooking.
If you drive by there, they're out there.
And that's the key, is to cook slowly.
Yes. Absolutely.
For the meat and the beans.
You got it, especially the stuff that they're cooking. Well, I'll tell you what, Adrian says we need to play a couple of commercials, and then we will be back, and we'll go over some of the particular details of the Wheels of Steel Car Show coming up this coming Saturday at Manpower Park. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and we are back with our friends Marty and John from the Appalachian Old Car Club, and we are talking about the Wheels of Steel Car Show coming up this coming Saturday at Manpower Park right here in Jackson in conjunction with Pig Iron Day, which it is the 32nd annual Pig Iron Day and the 28th? Yeah, 28th annual Wheels of Steel Car Show. So you guys must be doing something right.
Well, we hope so, yes.
Yes.
We try to get better every year. Sometimes not, but we always try.
You know what's not fair is you all put on an event that a lot of times things are out of your control, like weather. Mm-hmm. And that can really literally put a damper on things.
Yes.
So let's go over all the official details of the Wheels of Steel Car Show. It is at Jackson's Manpower Park. If you don't know where that is, right across the street from the Kroger complex where, there's like that and where Big Lots was and all that stuff. When do people check in? What's the best way to get their cars there?
Well,
that kind of stuff.
Our registration is from 9 to 12, and we cut it off right at 12, so make sure you get there in plenty of time to get that done. And then the show runs till 3 or 4. Usually we start judging a while after registration because that helps us get done earlier in the afternoon and doesn't drag things out too much. And we've got some really good judges that really know their stuff, and so we really appreciate their work. And then again, Johnny mentioned we have 6 classes, and depending on the age of your car or other discernments that you want to give, we have special interest. Again, that was like for motorcycles, tractors, semis, rat rods, and
something
then
that doesn't fit into a normal category.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then we have street rod, which those who know what that means, but it's usually an older fat-fendered car that's been hot rodded with a bigger engine, bigger tires, very expensive paint jobs on those, and and then the other ones are more or less determined by
their
age of the car, yeah. And not the participant, but the age of the car. And so then we've got 80 13-inch trophies to give away and 5 36, 37-inch trophies. And then we do split the pot. We have door prizes to give out. Usually after 12 o'clock, we want the participants to sign in. So about noon, we start giving those away, make sure everyone's signed up and everything for those. And if you have any questions, like one gentleman from West Virginia called me yesterday, my number's 740-250-4749. And I'll try to answer any question that you might have.
What are some of the questions that you get? I was just thinking about that.
Well, location is one thing. How to directions to the park itself.
I guess because it just says Manpower Park in Jackson, Main Street.
And then, well, like I said, some of the streets don't come into downtown, so if they come a different way, they're not sure which road to turn on or whatever.
Sure, and listen, I mean, you also want to make sure that you're coming in a road, especially if you're driving a beautiful old car that you've worked on that's not going to mess up your car.
Exactly.
So you got to think about that too.
Just usually time, location, what the facility has there, such as restrooms and food and that kind of things. The people that haven't been there before, but we have
and there are restrooms there.
Yeah, and we have a couple of restaurants within walking distance.
Sure.
If you want to do that instead of the food that's there.
Because there's a line. Let's be honest. There's a line.
Yeah.
If you're in a hurry to eat at the Pig Iron Day, you're in trouble.
They get there early and they get in line early.
It is.
They try to start serving around 11.
Which is it's fantastic that it's that busy, but man, can it get busy? Yeah.
Yes.
And they have all kinds of help down through there, and they're a pretty well-oiled machine too.
Oh, yeah.
They know how to dispense and move you down the line. In fact, a couple of times I was standing waiting, and I thought, the lady looked at me and said, "Could I help you with something else?" And I said, "Oh, I guess I've got everything here." So I just moved down. So it moves quicker than you think it does, but
It can be a daunting looking line, though. Let's put it that way. But yeah. So very good. And the whole point of the matter is, you know, as we talk about, this is something to help support your club, but it's also something for the community and for everyone to just come out and enjoy the day and have fun and enjoy each other and the hard work that you've put into the vehicles.
And we usually after the show and after we do our bookkeeping and everything, we donate back to the community. Usually we have up to 10 organizations that we give a donation to out of the...
It's all good.
Yeah. It's almost a break-even thing for the club. We keep enough money to operate and do other things with, but in general, sometimes we give back as much or more than what we bring in. So it's, you know, we try to help the community in any way. And if we're bringing people into Jackson and they're finding out about Jackson and enjoy themselves here, maybe they'll come back for the Apple Festival or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or just to eat at one of the fine restaurants we have here in town. So just we're glad to do it, and we help the car people and we help the community.
You got it.
That's a big benefit for us.
And if anybody's interested in joining, you don't have to have a car. You can still be a member of the club. Like you can still do all of the things. Would they just get a hold of one of you all, or?
Yes.
Okay.
They can talk to any of the blue shirts. They can probably, I was going to say the ladies at the table, but wait until after registration is done.
Don't pick their brains until they get done registering people.
Especially probably not before noon, and then a little bit after they have to shuffle papers and get everything put in the order that they need to be. But yeah, talk to any of the people from the car club, and they'll be sure to tell you about everything. And we do, we haven't done it this year kind of for the weather, but we have in past years and normally do, just the car club people get together and take a little cruise and meander through southern Ohio and usually end up at a restaurant somewhere. And then we meander back
that's fun.
Toward the house. Oh, yeah.
We like to eat.
Yep. So, you know, just anybody that would want to join, we'd appreciate it. And I've been quoted as saying, and I don't think I made this up, more hands make light work. So
True that.
It's work, but we enjoy it, and we do it every year, and keep coming back for more. And again, trying to help the community and the people around here.
Love it.
I'm going to mention one other thing. Kind of stay tuned, because we'll be back this fall. We'll probably do a cruise in somewhere around October. We'll give you more information about that, and it should be held at Trinity Chapel Church down on 93 South, and we'll average anywhere from 60 to 70 cars there, and we just have fun. We'll have some door prizes there, so I just wanted to mention that real quick. And like I said, just kind of stay tuned, because we'll be back with Jennifer and Matt to tell you more.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you guys for
Well,
stopping
thank you.
by. Well, you can come back anytime. We love having you here. And I see our friend Pete Wilson walked in the door, and he is chomping at the bit to tell us about all of the news that he knows.
And he knows a lot.
He knows a lot, I know. I say he's full of it, but he takes offense to that. So I only say that occasionally.
Not in public.
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, yeah, I kind of do. We do. He's full of information.
Yes, he
That's
is.
what it is. So, all right, I tell you what, we want to thank you guys for coming in. Get to the Wheels of Steel Car Show this weekend, Pig Iron Day on Saturday, and we have another message or two, and we'll be back with news and our friend Pete Wilson.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, the Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegramnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
Saturday, August 16th is Southern Rock Woodstock in the Gallipolis Fairgrounds. This event will feature 3 decades of original artists and legends, such as Leonard Skinner, 38 Special, and Molly Hatchet. In light of this event, Total Media will be giving away 4 VIP tickets. For a chance to win these exclusive passes, comment your favorite Southern Rock song, and our staff will vote on which one is the best. Good luck, and may the best man rock out.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
All right, and we are back. Pete Wilson is here in the house, and I know that there's a lot of news going on, and so let's talk about it.
All right, well, I tell you what, I hate to do this, but we've got to start off with a tragic freak story out of Vinton County.
Oh, my goodness.
It truly is. When, this came in from the Highway Patrol, you just shake your head. You imagine if it was somebody close to you and whatever.
You think it's like a joke, like a bad dream.
You don't have to know these people that were involved to mourn over it.
Yeah,
it's so
awful.
horrible. What we're talking about is a one vehicle crash in Vinton County that occurred late Sunday evening. It was called in about 9:02 p.m. And what happened was a single vehicle driving on US 50 towards MacArthur on the east end. This is in Knox Township near a road called Weaver Church Road. And this group, family members, I presume, because they all have the same last name, traveling, a tree falls on their mid-sized car while they're driving. And unfortunately, a big tree, 2 of the people were killed, the driver and the front seat passenger, and the woman who was in the back suffered serious injuries and was taken to Grant Medical Center there in Columbus.
Unbelievable.
Here is what we have learned from the Highway Patrol. The driver was Philip R. Miller, age 46. He is from MacArthur. The front seat passenger was Wendell D. Miller, age 70, also of MacArthur. And the rear seat passenger was Laura C. Miller, age 44, of MacArthur. Once again, occurred about 9:02 p.m. Don't think it was witnessed by anybody, but a tree falls on the vehicle. Mr. Miller, the driver, and Mr. Miller, the older Mr. Miller, the front seat passenger, both died as a result of their injuries. Laura Miller in the back seat sustained serious injuries, taken to Grant Medical Center in Columbus. The Highway Patrol is investigating that wreck, but it appears just horrific, freakish, bad luck on timing. For that to happen. Every now and then, they're out on the highways. You get the Nixle alerts. Hey, road is closed. Tree came down during a storm. But it can come down at the wrong time, and that's exactly what happened. So.
Wow.
We told you about what we know on it, but what we got from the Highway Patrol, but details are already online on the telegramnews.com and on Facebook as well. Of course, the story will be in our print edition tomorrow. Okay, I know that yesterday Jeremiah Shaver was able to give you some of the details of that other wreck that occurred in Jackson County that really disrupted traffic. Kind of a weird thing there, too.
Crazy, yeah.
Right, on State Route 279, almost all the way to the Gallia County line is where that was, but it blocked the road for quite some time because you're talking about a huge truck. This huge truck was carrying milk, lots of milk. This is a picture that we received later from the Madison Jefferson Fire Department.
Oh, my.
I didn't want you to repeat all the information, but we did want to show you how big that tanker truck was.
Whoa.
And, the thing about it is, you don't equate milk with hazardous material.
No, I was
at
so
all.
surprised by that.
But because of the bacteria that is in milk, and when it spoils, and as you know, you don't leave milk out on your kitchen counter
No,
for very long,
you're right.
unrefrigerated. It was considered a contaminant, and so they had to get her cleaned up as quickly as possible through environmental reasons. And of course, moving that tanker truck, little old tow truck's not going to get that done.
That would be no easy task.
So that was that scene, and we will have that full report once again from the Highway Patrol in our Wednesday edition, and it is already online as well. We don't want to make you wait for the most important news. All right, this big business news in Jackson, it always creates a lot of interest in Jackson and Vinton counties in our local areas when there's a new business or another business that's is closing, especially restaurants. People are always interested in that. But Long John Silver's, which has been a part
Oh my
of the
gosh.
strip in Jackson since 1975.
That was forever.
Right, Long John Silver's, there it is. Of course, that is a national chain. I believe it had some change of ownership, but it goes, I believe it's Louisville, Kentucky is where it is. There has been some other Long John Silver's closed around the country in recent years, so I think that there's some problems. But this restaurant, we understand, is going to close effective August the 9th. I'm not sure whether that's the last day or August 8th is the last day, but it's supposed to
So
take
sad.
effect on August the 9th. And we received that information from employees who let us know that the manager there, we talked to her, and she confirmed it, but said she didn't want to officially say it on behalf of the company because they didn't give her permission to. But the
Right.
word is out there. It's out on social media.
Oh, yeah.
And so, once again, that'll be August the 9th. They've had some problems before keeping the place up. HVAC problems have closed the lobby at different times. I believe it is closed now, as a matter of fact. So hot in the summer, you don't want to sit
Oh,
in there.
man.
Their drive-through, though, has been open, and they've been doing business there. And that is sort of even though it's very common, Long John Silver's is sort of a niche thing, the only so-called fish place in Jackson.
Are those independently owned or company owned?
They can be both. They can be
Do
both.
you know what ours is?
I believe it is company-owned.
Okay.
I do not know of a local franchise owner. I know that the young lady I talked to who was kind of manning the front counter, she said she'd have to talk, to the owner who was not local
Okay.
about officially saying what everybody already knew anyway.
Yeah.
So once
Social
again,
media will tell you real fast about stuff like that.
right, exactly, and of course, employees. This happened kind of quickly, as far as the public and even the employees there knew.
Well-
I think the employees were told on Sunday, and on Monday is when they were given permission to tell customers who asked, and so.
But here's the thing. I mean, that store's been open since 1975. That's 50 years. 'Cause that's how old I am.
Right.
I'd say there's a lot of employees that have been there for quite some time that are now not going to have jobs.
Right. I'm not sure how many employees work there. I think that probably the
very
business maybe
unfortunate.
has not been as good as it has been in the past, but they still had business. So we'll see what happens. That's another piece of commercial property that'll come open there. But of course, it looks like a Long John Silver, so somebody's going to have to do something with that property if they want
Yeah.
to turn it into a different business.
Sure.
All right, just some closing notes on the Vinton County Junior Fair. We talked with Austin Owings, who is the Fair Board president, afterwards, and he thought that overall the fair went well. He thought attendance was slightly up. He hadn't had a chance to check, the final
Good
gate
deal.
figures. They didn't have, after Sunday, they did not have a drop of rain. So completely inverse of what Jackson
Yeah.
County put up the week before.
Not
They did
kidding.
have more heat than Jackson County, which isn't good. That keeps some people away. But at the livestock sale, and I know Jeremiah showed some pictures yesterday, it was pretty successful. They did it on Saturday instead of Friday. I asked Austin about that, and he says it's still on the table to decide whether to have it on Friday or Saturday. But right now they're on Saturday. They'd have to change their minds. They've done surveys on that, and they say there's a mix. It's not a clear thing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
When it's on Friday, sometimes it'll run a little late. Maybe on Saturday, some people might not be so likely to go if that's their day off.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we will have, of course, a lot of livestock pictures in our Wednesday paper. We'll have all the grand champion and reserve champion animals that will recognize the kids and the buyers. We want to thank everybody with the Vinton County Junior Fair who helped us, do the coverage. Everybody on the staff that did the work. Another fair in the books. Of course, as you know, I believe we had a guest on Main Street TV just earlier in the week. There'll be another big event coming up at the fair next week, and that is the Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah, I almost fell out of my chair when she said they're expecting 60,000 people.
Right. Well,
Are you kidding me?
They've had it, I think, in downtown Logan before, and there's, it creates some congestion and parking problems, of course.
Yeah.
So, for the business folks,
this is going to be,
bag.
the Vinton County Fairgrounds is a great venue to have that. They have plenty of parking and lots of room to roam.
Right, and they've extended their camping facilities, and they've tried to improve their grounds. Their grounds are in good shape because they had them in shape for the fair anyway. And they'll get a little revenue out of it, a lot of exposure, of course, a lot of some revenue because they'll get a part of the parking revenue. Also, the Bigfoot Festival say that they are committed to also donating to some good causes in Vinton County, whatever they turn out to be.
Yep.
I've been wanting to get to this story for a while and had to put it off because of what the more pressing and time-sensitive things were. But I want to acknowledge, Adrian, if you're ready, the Harvest Crossing project in Wellston. That is beautiful. A lot of people do not even know that's there.
Yeah, where is that?
That's right off State Route 327 near Berlin. Think of where the
is it across from Splashdown?
Yes,
Okay.
across from Splashdown. They got their own street, but you can see it right off 327. But this is housing for senior citizens. It's income eligible, but there's lots of people that are eligible, and that's another view of they call it Harvest Crossing Senior Villas. They are already full and with a long waiting list. If you're wondering about the need for senior citizen housing that is affordable.
Yes.
And it looks like a nice community. They got their landscaping in. They had a big ribbon cutting. There they are. They had a big ribbon cutting just several weeks ago in front of their office building there, and it's done by Frontier Community Services out of Chillicothe that's done other housing projects in the area. But this is a big plus for Jackson County. If you got your housing, whether it's your own housing, a rental, you're in an apartment or whatever, you don't think about the overall community need. But I think this shows that there was a need. Maybe it will keep some residences in Jackson County, when they retire, or because they're able to afford a house like this or housing like this as opposed to on the open market.
What are some of the amenities that are out there, Pete? Did they say?
Well, they have they have living spaces. This is their pitch: living spaces amidst a secure, accessible, and beautiful area, complete with a shelter house, a community center, an exercise room, a community garden, an exercise park for even the pets. The grounds are always well maintained, and there is plenty of parking for not only the residents but visitors.
Okay.
So I would say, if you're heading that way, we're all local, not too far away. Take a drive up there and see it.
Sure.
It's really a great addition to Jackson County, especially for senior citizens housing. Well, I know you talked a little bit about Pig Iron Day, particularly the Wheels of Steel car show. But of course, the big thing with Pig Iron Day, and it is this Saturday. Don't lose track of your calendar. That's there. Right. Always first Saturday in August is the way to remember it.
Snuck up on us this year.
But we'll talk more about it later in the week because we have some more time-sensitive things. But it will go pretty, the part other than Wheels of Steel will go pretty much as it did before, which is worth noting because Dave Channel is no longer the honcho there.
I know.
I talked with Stephen Moore. He is the Firefighters Association president. It will pretty much roll as it always has, but we'll give you some of those details later in the week here on Main Street TV. And also, in the paper, we'll have a pretty detailed report about both components, the Pig Iron Day, the food, the entertainment, the plaque auction, and of course the Wheels of Steel car show as well. Okay, I want to mention I want to salute one of Jackson High School's best ever football teams. This is a football town, you know that.
Yes, it is.
But in 1961, a first-year head coach named Tom Osborne coached the Jackson Ironmen to a 10-0 season. You can't do any better than that.
That's right.
10-0. The reason that we did this story, I know there's always interest in the history and the sports and all like that, but the reason, I think we have a picture of Tom there too. The reason that we wanted to, there's Tom Osborne. A lot of folks may remember, it's been a long time since he was in Jackson, but he coached for 4 or 5 years, had that 10-0 season, but he was a teacher at Jackson High School. He was a professor at Rio Grande. Well, he was very active in his retirement years. They were away from Jackson, though. The reason we brought all this up, and we're running these pictures, he died very recently at the age of 96.
Wow.
All his kids went to Jackson High School. The boys played ball. The youngest, Lori, you may remember her. She might have been a year or two ahead of you in school, Lori Osborne. But she lives in Florida like her dad did. Cape Canaveral was where they lived. But she comes back for the Apple Festival, has schoolmates that she likes to visit with. But that story was in our last Saturday's paper. I want to acknowledge him. Some quickies to tell you about. Vinton County Emergency Management Director William Fott, Bill Fott they call him, is going to hold 2 public meetings that the public is welcome to attend. It's about the Vinton County Mitigation Plan. This is something that they have to keep updating every year to be ready for disasters and problems and like that. That's why they call it mitigation. And they invite public input. They're going to have 2 opportunities to do that, and it's tomorrow at the MacArthur Fire Station on High Street there in the village, 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. A lot of the EMA and public safety folks, I'm sure, will probably be there, but the public is welcome as too. It isn't just for the officials. So we wanted to tell you about that. The city of Jackson put out a notice last night. They're starting to do some of that work downtown where they're going to be in preparation for the downtown revitalization project, which we will notice when it starts. But they're going to do water lines first. You know, if you're going to do all this landscaping and streetscaping and you have old water lines, you better do that first or you're going to be digging up the new stuff.
Right.
So in anticipation of the water lines itself, they're replacing some valves and like that. That is preliminary work. So because of that, there could be a disruption in your water service in that area. You could experience discolored water through the day today,
Yes.
particularly with what they're doing. So, you know, if you're downtown, you know, that would affect visitors to the downtown and like that. And I'm sure the businesses will be watching that and people who live in the downtown area. But that situation on the discolored water could continue through all of today.
Yeah, and just pay attention if they don't anticipate anything going wrong, but if it happens to, they'll let you know.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
if you can't use the water or something like that.
Exactly. Hey, last night they had kind of like a preview celebration for the first ever musical that the Apple City Players is going to do. It's called The Little Shop of Horrors. Did we have that on something like that today?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I saw Mr. Sharp out there, and he is the face of Apple City Players. But it should be a treat. They have worked on this for so long.
Yes, they have.
Alex Shope attended that preview thing last night and came away very impressed. He's got a story that he just finished, by the way, because it was last night, and we're hustling that into our Wednesday paper. But it will show a picture of the cast and also give you details of the background, how this came to be, what people can see. And they have already sold more tickets in advance. Even though we're not all the way to the weekend, they've sold more tickets in advance than any other play that they've ever done. And they've done 18. This is the 18th play now, believe it or not, by the Apple City Players. And the first ever musical. That is the headline.
That is cool.
So check out that story in our Wednesday paper, and we'll talk more about that. They are telling you, if you better get your tickets in advance. Not only are they $2 cheaper, $18 instead of $20, but they could sell out.
They're going to be full.
They could sell out. So how you do that? I think if the Marquee is open, and they do have some open hours, and somebody is in the ticket booth, you can do that. But you can also do it very easily online at marquetickets.org. And the way it's set up, you not only buy your ticket in advance, but you choose your seats as well. Sometimes it's open seating, but this is where you choose your seats because they anticipate a crowd. They want people to sit where they want if there are still those seats available.
Fun fact, Pete, we brewed a beer in collaboration with the Appalachian. That was the last guest. The Apple City Players. So it's at 6 cents, and it's a cherry wheat.
Okay.
And so come support that. Support them and support that.
Okay, well, there you go.
Kind of
There's
fun.
all
Some of the
sorts-
folks
all
came
sorts
and brewed it with our brewers, and kind of neat.
That sounds like that would,
And
that
it
would
should
be good.
be at the Marquee.
At the Marquee. Well, that would be very appropriate.
Yep.
And one other thing, since we're talking about seats, is we're getting close to football season, and it is time to renew your reserve seats for Jackson High School football
Yes.
games. They wanted to put that word out because many of those seats get sold. They've already been through the week where if you already had seats, you could reserve the same ones.
Okay.
Now it's open seating. That started yesterday.
So if you're a new
right,
person.
right. If you want to try to get a better seat, or you don't have a seat and you want to get one, the prime seats in the prime area. What this will do is for $30, it's went up from 25 to 30 at all the football games, not playoff games, but all the home football games. There are 5 of them. You will have a premium seat. That does not include your admission. That's different, but it does include a premium seat.
Okay.
And where you do that is the Jackson High School Athletic Office. And you can also do that online as well. They were having a little bit of trouble with that site early, but I believe it's probably working now. But
Okay.
you can certainly do it during regular business hours in the athletic office at Jackson High School. And of course, Todd Compton, our sports editor, was off last week. He's back to work, and soon he'll be working on the football and fall sports preview.
Can you believe
I
it?
know it's summer, but it has the feel that fall is on our doorstep.
Yep. Sneaks right up on you, doesn't it, Pete?
It surely does.
Well, thank you so much for all the information. Some of it good, some of it not so good this morning, but it's information nonetheless.
Right. Well, we'll have some more for you.
Okay. I have no doubt in my mind. Okay. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Tomorrow will be a very special show where there will be the video from the Apple City Players and talking about the Little Shop of Horrors and all of that. And then Pete will be here to do news. So
well, you got 2 things. You got some
lots of
talented.
fun.
You got some talented people who have busted their fannies
Oh, yeah.
to do this for the community, and you have a cult classic that they're doing. Now, I've heard so much about that play, about that movie. I've never seen it, so I'm excited to see it.
Exactly. So very, very cool. So stay tuned. Tomorrow will be a really fun day here.
Absolutely.
So, all right. Well, we got to get out of here, and we will see you right back here in the morning. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weather, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye, everyone.